Hi everybody, Tanya here, founder and coach of Hustle to Muscle Fitness. Welcome to another episode of HMF Live. Tonight we're talking about healthy traveling tips. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you taking the time. This one will probably be a little bit short because I feel like I can get to the tips pretty quickly because I travel so much. In fact, I'm coming to you again from, it's hard to see with the glare, but I'm a hotel room in Seattle. So felt like this would probably be a good one to share with folks, because one of the excuses that I do get from a lot of people about not being able to be consistent or not being able to stay on track is that they're on the go all the time, traveling and all that kind of stuff. And I'll be honest, I probably have only met maybe a handful of people who travel as much or more than I do. Now, I'm not saying that that makes me better, or that it's harder, or my life is harder, or anything like that. Not at all. What I'm saying is that you cannot let your excuses get in the way of your goals if it's a priority, and that's something that you really want to do. So, but before I get into that, I just want to say that for those of you who don't know, who maybe this is your first time catching an episode, I am, as I said, the founder of Hustle to Muscle Fitness. I am a team Beachbody coach, and I have been for 2.5 years. Been a Beachbody customer for over 10 years, and through their programs and nutrition plans, and even using Shakeology, have lost about 75 to 78 pounds, depending on the day. So, and that's been over the few years I've been able to keep it off. So that's why I do what I do, to help other people get started, find the path that's right for them, so that way they can try, each day all we're doing is trying our best to live a healthy, happy, and as balanced as we can life. So that's a little bit about why I am here and why I do HMF Live. So I just want to give you a couple announcements, as I always do. So lots of good things always happening every month in Team Hustle to Muscle Fitness. So if you ever want in on any of those, please let me know. The next thing that will be coming up is next Monday. We'll be starting another 5-day healthy eating challenge, and this one's going to be huge for me because I know I struggled the most over the summer with my nutrition, as I said on my personal Facebook wall, if you tuned into that. And that's free to join, so if you would like more information or would like to join me on that, let me know. Send me a message, because I will be posting the grocery list on Friday, and it's easy. I give you all the tools that you need. It's just a matter of you getting the foods you need, following the plan, and participating in the private Facebook group. Easy peasy. So that starts next Monday. The other thing, next Tuesday, I and my success partner will be hosting a behind the scenes, kind of a sneak peek of what this Beachbody coaching gig is all about. We have a blast with it. It's not always easy, but it is always fun, and it's always worth it to help others get started on their health and fitness journey, and seeing them start to feel better. I enjoy what I do, and so I always like to share that opportunity with other people, because you might find that it's something that you turn out that you like to do as well. So if you would like to check that out, again, free to join, no obligation to become a coach, just a way for you to get lots of info, ask lots of questions, and then make a more informed decision. So I hope you will join us. What else is going on? Also, I can't believe we're already in mid part of September, but the October Fall into Fitness 30-day challenge group, accountability group, is going to start. Let me look at October here. That will start, our prep week for that will start October 3rd. So if you would like to join that, get some support, follow a fitness plan and nutrition program, hopefully even add Shakeology into the mix, and then also be in the running and earn maybe some prizes along the way. So while you're getting healthy, of course. If you would like information on how you can join us for that, I got about 15 or so people in my group right now. We're having a blast. It's Battle Buddies week, so it's awesome to watch them tag each other and support one another, and so you can be a part of that in the next round. And so if you would like to be in the Fall into Fitness Challenge for October, maybe get ready for your Halloween costume. If you got something kind of special planned, or something kind of funky, or something you want to look badass in, it's a great way to do it. So if you want in, let me know. So that's a lot of the stuff happening in the team over the next few weeks. But let's get into tonight's topic. So how to stay healthy while traveling, or how to stay on track. And so as long as a lot of you may know, in addition to coaching, I do have a full-time job. I'm the associate director for the University of Washington's Gear Up program. And with some extenuating circumstances with my director, when I fill in, especially for him, I end up traveling even more, which is what has happened over the last 8 weeks or so, especially. Making frequent trips to Seattle. I do also travel out of state, so flying on planes, all that kind of stuff. So I'm in hotel rooms a lot, I'm on planes a lot, I'm driving a lot, and so I'm just on the go a lot. Much to sometimes my own chagrin, but also to the chagrin of Gary and the dogs, so they're very patient with that. But I digress. So how can you stay healthy on the go? And how can you still make healthy choices? How can you stay on track? I'm going to share with you the tips and the tools that I use that help me do that, and hopefully some of these you will be able to do as well. I try to share them as much as possible, but for those of you who are maybe frequent road trippers, frequent flyers, putting lots of mileage on one way or another, hopefully these will help you. So first thing is first. I have said a million times, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. So I always create my meal plan. So unfortunately I don't have my board here. If I was at home I could show that to you, but maybe in a post a couple days ago you saw my meal prep that was happening. I did that not only for the meals that I was going to have at home, but also for the meals that I was going to have while I was here. So I created my meal plan like I normally do. There are a few variations, for instance being like my lunches and dinners. I tend to have those in restaurants, but I'm going to talk about that tip too. But I plan my meal, and then I also pack snacks with me. So let me show you my fridge and my here. All right, so I had since I was driving, it was a little easier. So I found this recently, pumpkin spice peanut butter. Yes, I'm totally one of those people who loves pumpkin everything. So I brought this with me. I've got some fruit with me. Shakeology is also my not so secret weapon, so I bring a couple of packets of that with me as well. In my little containers, these not only do they work for seeds and dressings and stuff like that, as you can see on the label, but I've actually got my boosts in here, my Shakeology boosts. So each one of these has a scoop of the Power Greens and a scoop of the Focused Energy. And the reason for that is because one, when I travel, it's harder, it seems like, for whatever reason, restaurants just don't like serving as many vegetables around here. Sometimes when I think I'm ordering a really heavy veggie dish, it's like lots of meat. This happened to me at a Korean restaurant. Lots of meat and like maybe half a handful of veggies. And I was like, come on. So I bring the Power Greens with me so I can get an extra scoop of like concentrated like green. It's like kale and spinach and all these other kinds of greens and stuff, so I can kind of sort of keep on track with that while I'm on the road especially. And then my Focused Energy, I don't use that all the time really at home, but when I'm traveling, especially if I'm on a different time zone, I definitely need to be more alert. Not that like jazzed up like, oh, I'm all caffeinated or, energy drink kind of thing. The Focused Energy is really just that. It helps me to be more alert. It helps me to focus. And so I do bring that with me when I travel, because traveling can wear you out, time zone change can wear you out. And so that helps me, be on my best A game as possible. All right, let me turn this back around. Okay. The other thing, of course, I always have my handy shaker cup, but this has been one of the best, like $20 investments. That is a portable blender. So the nice thing is that pretty much all hotels have ice or vending machine or ice machines somewhere in the hotel. So I go and I will not fill it up, but I'll go get ice. I'll throw in my half a banana. I'll throw in some peanut butter and one of my packets with my boosts, and show you my fridge here. Ignore those bags, I'm delivering those to somebody, but you can see here I brought some almond milk with me from home, and so I throw all that in my portable blender, and I can still have my blended Shakeology with all the good stuff in it. In a pinch, I will add just the milk and the packets, the powder, and I can just shake it up in this, or even just water if it's chocolate. But now that I have this little lovely thing, I don't need to do that. I've actually packed this in suitcases for traveling on planes and haven't had any problems with it, because it comes apart, fits very nicely in the suitcase. But in a pinch, especially if you're a Shakeology drinker, then you can still just do the shaker bottle and your water or milk or whatever it is that you're using. So there's no excuse really for you to not get it. And I got that on Amazon for, I think it was like 17 bucks. So super cheap. Go on, get yourself one. I got to give a shout out to my girl Gabby, because she's the one who told me about her portable blender, and we used it. We traveled together somewhere and we used it, and it was amazing. So I came home and bought one. So let's go back to the fridge. Okay, so then the other thing, as I said, I pack snacks. So I've got grapes. That's going to be one of my days of an afternoon snack, I believe. This is carrots. So I packed my portion size serving of carrots. I've also got apples. You can see there some peanut butter on top, or almond butter, I can't remember. More carrots because I'm going to be here for a couple of days. And then I picked up some yogurt. I really like this yogurt, so I might go grab another one. And then the hotel that I happen to be in, which is really nice. So if you're staying in Seattle and you need to be in the U District, and for those of you, sorry, that's really close. For those of you who maybe are not familiar with Seattle, this may not make a whole lot of sense, but if you are in Seattle in the U District, I would suggest staying at either the Water Tower, I think is what's called, or I'm here at University Inn. This is in the U District, because they will give you all the free bottles of water you can handle. And if you're a coffee drinker too, they also will give you the free Keurig cups for coffee. So that's how I plan my snacks, my meals. Now, as I mentioned earlier about restaurants, depending on the situation in terms of like if I'm paying it and getting reimbursed, or if I'm, if UW is paying for my travel, whatever, most of the time they are. So I will go to restaurants, and then I'll just, do my best to make as healthy choices as possible and even make special requests on my meals. But I have also in the past stopped at like Safeway, picked up one of their roasted chickens, picked up one of their bagged salads, and then I've come and had, just basically a couple of dinners in my hotel room. And so that one, I think when I did this a couple weeks ago, I want to say I spent 30 bucks. I also bought other snacks like fruit and almond milk and stuff, but spent about 30 bucks, and I got probably 4 to 6 meals out of that. So whereas, especially in Seattle, easily 30 bucks could be like one dinner. So that's also a way that you can not only stay healthy by choosing your ingredients at the grocery store, but also save money by spending about 30 bucks and getting several meals out of it. So the other thing too is that like this hotel, most hotels will have like a continental breakfast, but I'll be honest, a lot of times, for me anyway, they're pretty crappy looking. Like the eggs are questionable, or the hash browns are like soaked in grease, or it's like really cheap, low quality bacon or sausage. It's just not very good. So I might go down there and grab some fruit. That's another way that you can also save money too if you don't want to buy fruit at the store, is you can grab some from the continental breakfast. And like I said, I have Shakeology. That's always my breakfast, so I can get that boost and stuff in there and start my day great. And then I have my morning snack and afternoon snack packed, and then usually I'll go and grab lunch somewhere and just make a healthy, or as healthy of a choice as I can. And then same thing with dinners. If I go out, I just try to do as best as I can to make a healthy choice. So that's how you can do your meals and keep it healthy, keep it on track. And then the other thing I do for workouts, this is probably where some of you are asking, like, how can I, get my workouts in? Well, first of all, depending on the season, if it's summertime, you can go on walks, you can jog around the area, make sure you stay safe. But you can do workouts in parks, things like that. What I tend to do is I've got a couple of options. It also depends on what like fitness program I'm doing. So I'm almost always doing, actually I am always doing a Beachbody program, and then I'll throw in extra other different types of workouts. But first of all, I'm going to turn this around again. The first thing I want to show you is, this is Beachbody on Demand. And this has been, in my opinion, one of the absolute best things that, and you may have even seen infomercials for it. I know I have on Hulu. But this has been one of the the best things that Beachbody has ever released. So all of these different fitness programs that I've done, or up here that I've purchased, or just the library itself. Let's see if I can do this. The library itself is just got tons of options. It's taking a minute to load. There we go. And so I can do this on my laptop. As you see, I actually did my yoga workout tonight using this. There's also there's a Beachbody On Demand app that I also have on my phone. So that way, the other tip that I can also give you is that depending on your workout, so let's say a few months back, I was doing hammer and chisel, and I think I went to New Orleans. And you had hammer and chisel, every single workout has weights involved in it. Now, obviously, I'm not packing weights in my suitcase, and resistance bands don't always work for that particular program. But I was able to use the gym, which was actually a really nice gym in New Orleans. I was able to use the gym at the hotel, and I had my Beachbody On Demand on my phone, and I was still following my schedule, and I was still able to lift the weights, and since they had even more weights, I was able to really push myself, so it was kind of a nice bonus. When I was in DC a couple months ago, I was doing 22-minute hardcore, and I didn't have enough room in my hotel, but I was able again to use their gym, especially for things like the pull-ups, because it had lots of pull-ups in it, and some weights. And so again, I was able to use that space there to still get my 22-minute hardcore workouts in. Now, right now, I'm doing the 3-week yoga retreat, so that really doesn't require any equipment except for my yoga mat. And since I drove on this trip, there's my yoga mat. So if you're driving, you have even more control and more ability and more flexibility to bring your equipment with you. So I have packed my resistance bands before. Those are a nice option if you can do them instead of weights. I have also packed that yoga mat into my suitcase, like underneath everything when I've flown somewhere, but you know, this time I'm driving, so I just kept it rolled up. And so Beachbody On Demand and using the hotel gyms is a really great way that you can still get your workouts in, especially if you're following a Beachbody program. Like I said, I do because I really like the structure instead of just kind of going to the gym and sort of winging it and kind of thinking, maybe wondering if I'm doing something right. This way I know that I am, and I know I'm working the right body part for that day and that sort of thing. So the last thing I will give you, or last tip I will give you, I didn't bring any this time, but it's Energize. Energize is my pre-workout, kind of my energy workout, pre-workout supplement. Sorry, that's the word I was trying to think of. Now, I didn't bring it this trip because I'm just doing yoga, so I don't need to be like all amped up. But when I was doing stuff like 22-minute hardcore, when I was doing stuff like hammer and chisel, then I would have the Energize or the Hydrate, which is a during workout hydration formula. And then that way, because I do my workouts early in the morning, and so that way I can kind of drink that while I'm getting ready to go down to the gym or whatever, and kind of get that energy going. And it's a really great way to make sure that you still push hard, even though you might be a little tired from travel. It kind of helps you get over that, and it doesn't have all the like energy drink sugar, the crash, and how crummy and bloated you feel from that. It's just a really a nice tool to add into your kind of war chest of fitness. And so I don't ever let traveling be the reason that I cannot stay healthy. If that were the case, God, I would almost never work out or even eat well. I would feel like crap all the time. I'd probably be tired all the time, even when I am home, which means I'm not a very good wife, which means I'm not a very good friend. I'm not a very good fur mom. I'm not a very good worker at the office because I'm sluggish and I feel like crap. So, and I'll be honest too, I think it's probably proven somewhere, I don't really know, but I think that the exercise and eating as best as I can on the road also keeps my energy up when I do travel, or if I'm in a different time zone. And I'll be honest, it probably really helps my immune system, especially when I fly, because everybody who's been on a plane knows, you hear that, and you're just like, oh God, I feel like it's on me. And so doing these things really helps your immune system fight off all the stuff that's, your body's trying to combat, pollutants in the air, different air that you're in, different quality of food, all the different germs and stuff that you come into contact with. So, but yeah, so those are really a lot of my tips. I kind of wrote my list here, so I want to make sure that I didn't forget anything. So plan your meals, pack your snacks, take your Shakeology. If you have your Boost, I definitely recommend those. There's 3 you can choose or use all of: Focused Energy, Power Greens, and Digestive Health, because I know a lot of people, and sometimes myself included, when you do make the lesser quality food choices, you feel bloated, you feel your digestive system gets all out of whack. So I would definitely recommend any of those 3 or all 3 boosts. I use 2 of the 3. Invest in a portable blender if you use any kind of shake, like powder or whatever, even if it's not Shakeology, if you're using Ideal Protein or whatever. You know, I'm not endorsing any other ones because I don't know them, but if you do use a shake, I am endorsing getting a portable blender, or at the very least having a blender cup, you know, like that one there. You can go to the grocery store and pick up items instead of always relying on the restaurants. You have more control over your ingredients and you save money, so that's also a concern. That's another way to do it. I suggest getting Beachbody on demand, and I can help you do that. It's a club membership. You pay like $41 every 3 months, but there's also a 6-month and a 12-month option as well. And so you get access to this streaming service. You get a 10% discount on the Team Beachbody store anyway. You get access to all of the nutrition plans and personalized meal planner. Just a ton of stuff that you get for only basically about $13 a month. Like, that's super cheap. Utilize, if you're in hotels, utilize the gyms. If it's nice outside, if you're in a good season, I know we're about to head into fall, but you know, you can still go outside, walks, jogs, park benches, all that kind of stuff. You know, if you can pack things with you, like your resistance bands, your yoga mat, definitely do that. And if you've got a pre-workout or you would like one, Energize. I definitely recommend it. And actually, now Beachbody has partnered with the Ironman, I believe. Ironman competitions? I'm having a brain fart. But with the performance supplements. So that's Hydrate, Energize, Recover, Recharge, and Creatine. I think those are the 5. But so that's how good this is, that it's endorsed by other well-known, worldwide well-known organizations in fitness and competition. So, but that's pretty much my tips for you on how you can stay on track or stay more closely on track to your goals and your efforts when you travel. That doesn't have to be the reason, you know, traveling a lot does not have to be the reason that you cannot live a healthy life. It can be an excuse if you let it, but it does not have to be. So, and you can pack easy snacks too. Like the snack I had while I was driving today was just a little, my little blue container with some, it was a mix of almonds and pecans. So, sorry, I was getting a call. Not everything has to be a prepared item. You can do simple things like a banana's easy to peel. Apple slices I've already cut up. Almonds, you just pack some. So, and beef jerky, turkey jerky, those are other options too. You just got to watch out for the sodium. But anyway, all right, so I'm gonna go, since apparently I'm getting calls and texts. And I also need to go and find dinner while I'm here in Seattle. So I hope these tips are helpful. If you would like more help or tips or ways to do meal planning or travel planning, let me know, or access to Beachbody on demand, or anything I had announced in the beginning of this episode. Let me know. I'm always available, always love to help. So send me a message or comment below this video. Share this with your friends if you know people that travel. I hope this will help. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next week. Have a happy, healthy rest of your day. Bye.